All right, we're back here. It's a late fall day. The wind is whipping. It's probably going to be gusting up to 25 during this. You can probably see the leaves behind me. And this is actually the time when a lot of people head out of their backyard and take a few casts before their saltwater trip. And so I thought it'd be appropriate to talk about the double haul with a bigger rod today, because you're thinking, how, if I pull the line and then I pull the line again, how is that going to make the line not come back to me? So let's talk about this. We're going to go back on the back cast like this, and I'm going to be pulling on the way back, which is not pulling the line in, it's actually just speeding it up. And then I'll follow that line, which will be zipping back to there. Once I feel it tight, I will pull it and send the line towards the target. A lot of people get thrown off by the double haul because they feel like they're stuck pulling, and they can't make the line move. And the key is to realize that you're just going to pull it on the way back and pull it on the way through. Now I'm going to pull out about let's just say about 70 feet here. And we're just going to focus on putting this back, following it back, and then pulling it forward. And the reason that went like that is because of the speed back and forth. Now I'm going to try to show you this. Everyone has their own idea of how to do a double haul. Some people fire it back with a long parallel stroke like that, generate the line speed, bring it through, and fire it through. I try to keep a lot of it just in my left hand. And as this wind coming over my right shoulder, we'll see how this works here. But the idea is to keep the line under control in my left hand. Let's pretend the line is in the water. I'm going to reach up, I'm going to grab it, and then I'm going to pull it back, and then I'm going to follow it back. And then I'm going to follow it through. And if I were to keep it up in the air, you'll see that my left hand goes back, forth. What I like to do is just do it all in the left hand. My left hand is really the only thing doing any work. Back, follow the line back, pull it forward. Back, follow the line back, pull it forward. Back, follow the line back, pull it forward. And this is the way I think you can just sit there. Sometimes I rock left to right, and you're just seeing the line stay in my left hand. It's doing all the work. My rod is simply a conduit. You can see it bend. Now I'm going to fire all this line, and then I'm going to turn around and show you how it works going the other direction. Left hand back, left hand forward. Left hand back, left hand forward. Back, keep the line. Now another key point in all this is all this false casting is just for demonstration purposes. When you're on the water, the ideal number of casts would be 1. Pick it up, shoot it. You water load it, that's where your first haul is. It gets behind you, you pull it, and it's gone. Second, if you need to gather yourself one more time, that's great. And otherwise, you would only be holding the line because you were trying to wait on a fish, or it was shifting, or the guide says that it just moved. Otherwise, he'll say, hold your fire and fire again. But I would say, think about this cast as something that you use quickly and strategically. And despite all this line that's out here, it's really not something that's, because of this weapon you've got in your hands, it's like bird shooting. You get up, you get a shot, and you fire. You don't go, let me see, maybe I will, maybe I won't, let me practice, I won't. I won't shoot now, maybe I'll shoot later. You pick it up, you pick, and you fire. Now I've got a wind that is just absolutely cranking right now over my shoulder. If there's a fish that's coming, I've got this, I'm gonna gather this up, leave enough on the water to get some surface tension. If there's a fish moving left to right, if he calls it out, now I've got it, and it's all back. And that's because of the double haul. When you're holding it in the air, that's basically just an exercise in buying yourself a little extra time. In the end though, the double haul should not be something that is overwhelming in terms of mechanics, but it should be something that takes your practice for timing. So if you get in the backyard and the line is not going as far as you want it to, and you find that it's just not shooting, it's probably because you're not getting full tension in your back. And then going through. And you're probably rushing it forward. And so the best advice for someone who is almost up with the moorings here, the best advice is to make sure that you can fire a nice level back cast and then pull it right through, and you're giving yourself enough time and it's right there on the target. If you start to rush it, you lost all your momentum. You lost all your line. To keep these things in mind, when you're out there on the water and when you're practicing, there's a siren. I don't know if that's because the casting was too good or because it was too bad. But well, keep in mind that when you do your casting, that you should always be practicing to the point where you can cast in a wind with accuracy before you get there. And I think you and your guide will have as much fun as possible.